Hi everyone. In the break-even calculation, we talk about the break-even. We are mainly using this formula: fixed cost over contribution. So contribution equals selling price minus variable cost, right? So after that, we talk about the break-even chart as well, the margin of safety, everything. So today I'm going to discuss this question with you, the Mariam Nanjengo. So Mariam Nanjengo is assembling a gift packs and she sells online and she operates in a small warehouse in Kampala, Uganda, and she rents for a UGX 1 million per month. So her rent expenditure is 1 million. Your rent is a fixed cost, and also she incurs other fixed costs for UGX 500,000. So total fixed costs we can find out now: 1 million plus 500,000 is 1.5 million or 15 lakhs. 1.5 million UGX per month, and then sells a gift pack for 50,000. So selling price of a gift pack is 50,000 UGX and included delivery and packaging. She employs 2 part-time staff and variable cost are UGX 40,000 per gift pack, right? Variable cost 40,000 per gift pack. So question number 1 asking, calculate the monthly break-even output for Mariam Nanjengo's business. So this case study, so you can see we have 3 elements are there. So they're asking calculate the break-even output and calculate the total revenue and total cost at the break-even level of output and calculate the profit made by the business if 200 gift packs are sold in a month. So I'll show this answer in a whiteboard. You can see this case study. We can find out the total fixed cost. Total fixed cost equal, this case they have given the UGX, the currency value, Ugandan currency, 1.5 million, right? So you can write like this, 1.5 million, and total variable selling price this case is they are given UGX 50,000, and variable cost per unit EC per unit is UGX 40,000. These are the key elements we found out. Total fixed cost we found out was rent plus other fixed costs, that 1.5 million. Then first of all, break-even point, calculated by total fixed cost divided by contribution, which is selling price minus variable cost. This is a formula. If you substitute above numbers this formula, so you can find out that is 1.5 million, right? Divided by selling price is 50,000 minus variable cost 40,000, right? So this is the substitution part, and then we can get the answer, right? Right? Can anyone tell me the answer? Anyone? What is the answer, Adil? Question number 1. 150. Very good. 150 gift packs. Let's say not 150, 150 units or gift packs. Because this case study they are manufacturing gift packs. That's the answer for question number 1, 2 marks. Second question asking at the break-even point at 150 gift packs, what is the total cost and total revenue? We'll first of all find the total revenue, right? Total revenue equal selling price into quantity, SP into quantity. This case, selling price equal UGX 50,000, and if multiplied by the quantity, 150 items are there, units, and then you can see the answer. Total revenue coming UGX 7.5 million. 7.5 million. Total cost will calculate total cost equal the formula of total cost, total fixed cost plus total variable cost. So this case, total fixed cost here is UGX 1.5 million plus total variable cost coming. Total variable cost here is 150 units multiplied by 40,000. 40,000. So total variable cost here, the value of the, if you add them up, 1.5 million, and here if you multiply it with 6 million, again the same answer coming. Total value UGX 7.5 million. Right. So this is the second question answer. You can see part A, they are asking question number 1 to calculate the break-even point, and part 2 they are asking calculate the total revenue and total cost as break-even point. You can see you can justify at the break-even point the total cost and total revenue equal 7.5 million, 7.5 million. And the third question they're asking to calculate the profit if they are selling 200 gift packs, right? So profit equal, so I'm using profit formula, profit equal total revenue minus total cost. In this case, their total revenue we can find out by selling price 2000 into quantity, selling price to quantity 200 gift packs minus total cost. Total cost again, fixed cost plus variable cost. Fixed cost is 1.5 million, right? Plus variable cost coming. Variable cost we can calculate by variable cost now 200 units into 40,000. 40,000 is the one variable cost. So normally, if you find out the value of this thing, total revenue equal 550,000 into 200 is 10 million. 10 million. Let's say the 10 million UGX minus total revenue is total revenue 10 million and total cost coming 1.5 million plus 8 million is 9.5 million. 9.5 million. So we can find out the value of the profit is equal UGX 500,000 or half a million. This is the answer for the part 3 profit calculation at a given level of output. So this case, you have to multiply the total revenue price into quantity 200 and then total cost equal fixed cost plus variable cost, and then we can get the answer. Total revenue 10 million, total cost 9.5 million, and the profit is 500,000. Okay, raise your hand who got the correct, all 3 correct answers. Please raise your hand. Yes, I can see, yes, couple of hands coming up. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Adil, TJ, okay, very good. Yeah, I hope others also could understand this concept. It's a very easy concept for the break-even level of output, right? So this is the first question we are discussing, and the second question. Now we'll go to some couple of short answer question, non case study based question, the checkpoint questions. You can see here the product. The product sells for UAH 300 and the variable cost are UAH 250. Right? What is the contribution per unit? This case, short answer we can provide. A contribution we can calculate by selling price minus variable cost. So this case is 300 minus 250. Answer is UAH 50. Contribution per unit is 50 UAH. Right? We'll find out what is the UAH. UAH stand for UAH. UAH to LKR. UAH currency means UAH currency stand for, this is the Ukraine hryvnia, right? Ukrainian currency. So it's UAH to LKR right now 1 UAH equals 7.5 Ukraine currency, right? That's why you can get that knowledge. Also that Ukrainian currency, they produce and selling for 300 Ukrainian currencies, and then after that their variable cost is UAH 250. The contribution per unit then 50 UAH. That's the answer. The second question, the clothes retailer buys 240 jumpers for XOF 7,500 each, and the jumper sold for XOF 9,600 each. What is the total contribution made by the jumpers? So this case, they are given the total contribution calculation. The selling price 9,600, variable cost is 7,500. So if you deduct that value, you can see the unit contribution coming 9,600 minus 7,500 at 2,100 per unit contribution. But they're asking total contribution of the jumpers. Then 2,100 multiply by 240 jumpers. The answer coming 504,000. Second question answer 504,000. So previous question you can see is a unit contribution. Here a total contribution. How do you get the total contribution? Unit contribution multiplied by number of units. Okay, look at the third question. The third question they're asking is the contribution is FJD. And you'll see what is this currency stand for, XOF. What is XOF currency, right? XOF to LKR. XOF stand for the XOF franc. So XOF This is like a XOF currency stand for CF, like a called West African currency, West African CFA franc, called West African franc. So that's a definition of XOF stand for. You should know that's a called knowledge, not only calculation. You can see what this currency stand for. XOF stand for Western African currency, right? Western African francs, CFAs. So it's you can see the Sri Lankan currency is less than Sri Lankan currency. You can see XOF to LKR. If you convert this currency, LKR, Sri Lankan currency. So one XOF equal one Sri Lankan rupee equal 2.81 XOF. So West African, because West African country, you can see like normally the economic wise, you see it's a country wise, you can see some currencies are strong, some currencies are weak. So this is a African currency, West Africa, and then this currency, they are making jumpers, 240 jumpers. So by minus, you can see selling price 9,600 minus 7,500, that's 2,100. 2,100 per unit, and then this multiplied by 2,100 times 240 is 504,000, right? Third question, if the contribution is FJD 300,000 and the fixed costs are FJD 245,000, what's the profit? The profit equal here contribution minus fixed cost. So total contribution here 300,000 minus 245,000, that's a fixed cost. So 300,000 minus 245,000 is 55,000. 55,000 FJD. Right. What is the FJD stand for? FJD currency. FJD currency. FJD LKR. FJD Fijian dollar. Fijian dollars. Fijian dollar. One Fijian dollar equal 94 rupees. That is, Fijian dollar is a strong currency than a Sri Lankan rupee. Right. One Fijian dollar equal 94.8 Fijian Sri Lankan rupees. Okay, one Fijian dollar. Right. Fiji also, like a very kind of island countries. Fiji Island, you can see they're very, very good rugby team also there. FJD. So their profit here 55,000. So that is 300,000 minus 245,000. Right. Question number 4. If total variable cost is ILS 1.8 million and the contribution is ILS 0.9 million, what is the total revenue? Right. So total, this case, we had used some kind of a formula. They're asking they have given the variable cost 1.8 million and they have given the contribution also 0.9 million. So I'll show you in the whiteboard how to do that thing. Here, normally we can find out the contribution equal selling price minus variable cost. So it can be total revenue. Total contribution equal total revenue minus total variable cost. So this case, they have given the contribution 0.9 million, right? They're asking the total selling price, that is revenue they're asking. So I modify this formula, total revenue minus total variable cost. Then we can get the total contribution, not the unit contribution. It's total contribution. So total contribution here 0.9 million. They're asking what is the total revenue. So total revenue we don't know. We'll keep it like that. Total variable cost we have is called 1.8 million ILS. You see what is that currency also. So then total revenue equal. You can make a formula out of that. Total revenue equal total contribution minus total variable cost, not minus, plus total variable cost. You can see here, because minus total variable cost, I'm taking to other side of the formula. Then minus total variable cost become plus variable cost. Then total contribution plus variable cost equal total revenue. So by substituting this number, we can find out total revenue equal 0.9 million plus 1.8 million. Right, the answer coming 2.7 million, right? Currency 2.7 million. The currency value we have say ILS 2.7 million, right? That's the answer for that question. The question number 4, right? ILS, right? So we'll see what is the ILS currency stand for, because that's why when you're learning, we have to learn everything, the currencies of the country. Right? We talk about the Western African country, right? UH stand for, Ukrainian currency. This is Western African currency. FJD, Fijian currency. What is ILS? See, the currency rate is ILS stand for ILS to LKR. Yes, ILS stand for Israel shekels. Israel new shekels. So Israel shekel equal, one Israel currency equals 62.13 Sri Lankan rupees. There is Israel currency stronger than Sri Lankan rupee. So you can see that is the value of Israel currency in Sri Lankan terms. ILS stands for an Israel shekel, right? That's a knowledge you're learning, right? Today, different currencies like Ukrainian currencies, West African currencies, Fijian dollar, Israel shekels. So here the value is 2.7 million. That's a total revenue, right? Fifth question, how can the contribution be used to calculate the break-even output? Because so contribution you can easily use to calculate break-even output. How? By using the contribution, we are normally using the break-even output to find out the break-even output. We are using the formula fixed cost over contribution. So we can use the contribution per unit in order to calculate the break-even unit of output. How we can divide the fixed cost by using the unit variable unit contribution. So therefore, the answer for this question, how can the contribution can be used to calculate the break-even output by dividing it from the as a divider for the fixed cost. Because we find out fixed cost, how much contribution equals selling price minus variable cost per unit. By taking the unit contribution, we can use this answer. Unit variable unit contribution, we can use that answer as a denominator of the break-even formula. So that's fixed cost over contribution equal always break-even point. Therefore, contribution are using to find the break-even point by dividing the fixed cost. Okay, question number 6. Question number 6, it's asking what is the equation of calculating the margin of safety. Margin of safety, we are normally calculating we can see the margin of safety definition here. It's the range of output between the break-even level and the current level of output over which profit is made. So formula here, actual output minus break-even output. Margin of safety equal actual output minus break-even output. The margin of safety will calculate like this. You can see here the margin of safety. That's actual output minus break-even output. So you can see it's above the break-even point. Above the break-even point, the actual output here is say 1,200. The break-even point is 1,000. So margin of safety here is 200 units. 200, like the actual output minus break-even output. That's a formula to find out the margin of safety, right? Okay, the next question. This question number, these are special questions because they're asking the sensitivity analysis, what kind of impact is there from the increase of the selling price. And 8th question also like that, what kind of effect is there for margin of safety when fall in the fixed cost? So increase in selling price and falling fixed cost. I'll give you a short answer for this. Effect of the price increase. When price increase, total revenue increase. When total revenue increases, what happened? The break-even point decreases. Then break-even point decreases mean margin of safety will increase. So therefore, there's a positive relationship. So if you want to increase the margin of safety, you can increase the sales. So sales price increase mean total revenue increase. When total revenue increases, the business can make more profit. So then margin of safety will increase. So keep in mind with the total revenue and margin of safety, there's a positive relationship. Positive relationship, right? When the selling price increases, total revenue increases. When total revenue increases, break-even we can reduce. We can reduce the number of items. We can cover our total cost easily by increasing our revenue. Then margin of safety will increase. 8th question, what effect will the fall in fixed cost? Cost going down means that also positively affect the margin of safety because total cost goes down. Then total cost goes down mean again what happened, the break-even point we can decrease. Then break-even point decreases, if the cost goes down, we can increase the margin of safety. So here we can see with the total cost and the margin of safety, there's a negative relationship with there. So if you increase the fixed cost, margin of safety will decrease, right? So if you decrease the fixed cost, margin of safety will increase because decreasing fixed cost mean decreasing total cost. Decreasing total cost mean decreasing the break-even point. Decrease the break-even point mean increasing the margin of safety. right? So that's a thing like 7 and 8, like a little technical part, the relationship they're asking. Okay. Question number 9, they're asking state the 3 uses of break-even analysis. This break-even analysis we can use for different situations, like to find out the profit of the business, to find out the loss region, right? To cover we can find how much unit they can have to make in order to break even, like in order to make a good decisions regarding, right? Break even is a very useful to predict, to find out the profit at a particular level of output. We can find the value of total cost over range of output. We can find the value of total revenue over range of output. Value of the break-even chart can show the level of fixed cost over range of output. Profit at a particular level of output. Levels of output below the break-even, like loss region, above the break-even profit region, like that. These are the uses of break-even chart and the break-even analysis. This model is helping us to make a decisions regarding, to take decisions in what if situations. What if price went up like this? What if the price went up? What would happen to the break even in case of price increases in kind of inflationary situation? Like that, another what if situation we can solution. What if the business introduced new product line? How many product would the new product have to sell at least to break even? We can decide like that. And what if the business is just starting up, right? What has to be the level of output to prevent the loss being incurred? And what will happen to the break-even point if costs are forecast to rise? Cost forecast to rise like that. Normally, in cost changes, what happened to the break-even? We can calculate this thing. And also, break-even would point be lower. The component would bought into from outside suppliers rather than being made in-house. We can take decisions like that. Whether it's better to buy from outside, outsourcing is better, or providing in-house is better. Like that kind of decisions also we can take by using the break-even. Which option is better? Manufacturing better or buying outside is better? Importing is better. And the last question, they're asking the limitations of the break-even. Question number 10, state 3 limitations of break-even analysis. You can see the break-even limitations. Break-even, you always assuming there is no stocks. Total output we can sell 100%. This is unrealistic assumption, because always business organization has to, a lot of organizations certain times output is there in the business, remaining stocks are there. So this is an unrealistic assumption. And also unchanging condition, break-even assuming that the external environment, everything are stable, environmental conditions are there, but this is also unrealistic assumption. Sudden changes can happen, inflation, technology, right? Economic recessions, pandemics can come. So conditions are changing. Therefore, this is also unrealistic assumption. Accuracy of data. When you calculate the data, effectiveness of data is really important. For example, it's difficult to sometimes calculate the total cost, variable cost, fixed cost, and everything. Therefore, sometimes if you get inaccurate data, you get inaccurate conclusions. That means garbage in, garbage out model. If you take the garbage in, you're getting the garbage out. That's why always accuracy will be a problem sometimes. You can't 100% guarantee that the data are 100% accurate. And non-linear relationship, like always, we are taking the break-even charts like a total cost, total revenue curves are linear, which is like a straight lines, but usually like this, we are making break-even charts to find out this break-even chart, this revenue curves, cost curves are linear, but normally, practically, these costs are non-linear. It goes like curves because of the discounts and everything. These curves normally at a different quantities, they are reducing the prices, like they are giving us discounts. Therefore, total revenue curve will go like a curvy, like little bit, not a straight line, non-linear relationship is there always. Even cost also same because of the discounts, purchasing economies of scale. So we are ignoring that fact. We are assuming that this fixed cost, variable cost, total revenue curves are linear relationship. That's another technical assumption, unrealistic assumption, because we are assuming that there is no discounts here. So as a result, we are taking that. And also finally, break-even points, sometimes they have another criticism. They say for multi-product business, break-even point not matching, not suitable, because break-even is more suitable for single product items. Then we can find out, but a lot of business organizations nowadays, they're selling multi-products at different prices. Therefore, there's a fixed costs incurred in each product inaccurate. So break-even is less useful for multi-product business. That's another limitation. So practicality of the break-even study is sometimes limited in this case. And also step fixed cost. Sometimes fixed costs also changing over the time. We call step fixed costs. Like example, let's say rent sometime. Annually, it can be increases. Advertising can be increases. Supervisor salaries can be increased like that. This also they are not changing. We are always assuming the fixed costs also constant over the period of time. Like that, these are the technical limitations. So more than 3 limitations I explained there. So you should know at least in your examination, like at least 3 advantages, 3 disadvantages you should memorize before you go to the examination. Okay. So now we can see this is the 2 questions we discussed the important questions, and we talk about the certain calculation questions. I hope you enjoy this lesson. I hope you get a good understanding about the break-even analysis. Right. Okay. From next session, I'm going to discuss about the how break-even analysis will be affecting to the graph. Like mainly graphically, I'm going to teach you how break-even curves are going to change in particular circumstances, like when the variable cost increases, the variable cost decreases, like when the fixed cost increases, fixed cost decreases. So we are going to find out the effect of changes in price and cost on the break-even chart in my next session. Okay. From that, we'll wind up our today's session. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.